everybody, how you doing? How's everyone today? Welcome to the stream. Let me just set up the chat on my phone here. And see who we have in the house. Andy, Hot Dog Pilot, how you doing? Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider, how you doing? Tom Houston. That's all I'm seeing at the moment. How is everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Back at the kitchen table again. Still haven't got my train room out ready. Some of you might have seen the community post I put up there, the picture of all the boards, the flooring's arrived. Getting that put in over the next couple of weeks. I got a couple of boards in today just to see how they fitted, and they seem to be going in okay. So as soon as I get the first line in, then it's a matter of just butting the rest up against it and getting them going. I hope everyone can hear me okay. Tonight, I thought these are some of the coaches that I got when I was at Worley. I've taken them out and had a look at them. I haven't actually run them at all, so I thought I'd put them on the oval here, run them around. I was watching Leslie Gilpin's latest video there the other night, and there was a sprinter unit on there. And I've had this in a box for ages. It hasn't ran, so we'll get that out, have a look at it, and put it running. And while I was rooting around, I found this Thomas the Tank engine, which I bought 5-6 years ago, and that's never been out of the box and ran. So we'll get that running as well. Oh, anyone else come in? Nope. So don't forget to hit the like buttons for me, guys. And if you're there in the background, do pop into the chat and say hi, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube watching this. So going around there at the moment, I have a little 04 engine. It's a little Hornby engine, but it's got the Irish Rail, what they call the flying snail on it. So this is a little 040 engine that Hornby done for the Irish market. So you can see it's pretty much their standard little tank engine with just the Irish Rail, what they call the flying snail symbol on it. I'll take that off and give you a closer look at it. That's what they call the flying snail. So I'll move the camera down closer. Then we can have a closer look. Whoop. That went down a bit too quick. All right, let me just refresh the chat. I can see there's more chat coming in, but mine has frozen. Oh yeah, loads more people come in. Hi, Ewan, how are you doing? Breton Junction, how you doing? Jerry, BVR, how you doing? Peter Jackson, Valley 56, hi guys. Mick, how you doing? Carl, how you doing? Is there anyone else I've missed? Alan White, how you doing? It's good to have you all here this evening. Don't forget to hit the like button for me, guys. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out. All right, I'm going to have to move that camera a bit so you can actually see. Bear with me a minute. There we go. All right, so we'll unbox these. These are, as you can see, just Lima coaches. I bought these cheap at Worley. I'm going to repaint them into Irish Rail colours. Some of you might have seen the video I done. Hopefully I can make a better job of these ones. Learning from the mistakes I made. I've got two ovals of track set up here. First radius and second radius, because that's all I can fit on this table. So I'm going to put these on the first radius. I know it's not ideal, and there'll be a bit of overhang. but it's just to give them a bit of a run. I'll see if the little oak or O will pull them around. So I picked up these coaches, I think it was for the 3 of them for around 40, which wasn't too bad considering what they're going for on eBay. If any of you have any questions, pop them in the chat. I'll get looking at the chat in a minute. If you do put a question, I don't answer it and I miss it, just post it again. Or I'm sure one of the mods will highlight it to me. So we got 2 Virgin and 1 Midland Mainline. And these are all Mark III coaches. So they glide very nicely. So let's put on the little tank engine, see if that can pull them around. Oh, a bit of wheel slip, but away she goes. All right, let me just catch up with the chat. Hi, Robert, how you doing? Thomas Johnson, how you doing? H&H Express, good to see you here. Oh, hi, Charlie, how you doing? Hi to anyone I've missed. I hope everyone's keeping well and everyone's been doing something interesting modeling. Right, let's open up this Sprinter unit. I quite like this livery because when I first moved to England back in, it would have been 1989, I went to secondary school in Bristol. The school was St. Thomas More's, which I believe is no more there, or no longer there. And it was during math class, was the only classroom that was up high and had a view of the railway embankment that went past the main line into Temple Meads. I used to quite often see these scooting past. And I just kind of like them because anytime I got a train in Bristol, it was usually one of these I was catching. Now this is the class 156. I also have a 158. Yeah, but those coaches, Anthony, they're going to be painted up in the, they call the black and tan livery of Irish Rail. It's an orange and black. I've got another 2 somewhere I brought previously. So I've already painted 3. And this will be another 5. So I'll have a rake of 8 coaches then to go behind my A class or my Murphy's model class 121. All right, so these consist of a dummy unit and then a unit which has the motor in it, which you might be able to just make out through the windows there. So this is DCC ready. But obviously I'm running it on analog at the moment, so I'm just going to run it in on here. So they have a clip type coupling. It's not the usual D-hook ones. So let's give it a bit of power and see if it moves. Yeah, we'll run it on 50% power for about 15 minutes. Let it have a run in and I'll reverse the direction. And we can see it going. Hi Lee, how you doing? So that's the 156, a little DMU. Let's see if it's got any blurb on the back. So British Rail ordered 114 of the 2 car sets of the Class 156. So this set here is a model of 156401, which was the first class to enter service, being built in November 1987 and sent to the RTC at Derby in December for type testing and evaluation. And the unit entered revenue earning service at Norwich Crown Point, working the East Anglia and North West Express services. So I would think it was probably the 158s that I seen around Bristol. I'm not sure if the 156 ever worked in the West Country. Hi, Darren. Your class 92 burnt out in only 10 months. I'd send that right back, Ewan. Yeah, I've got a lot of those bias decoders, Jerry. They're okay, but they can be a bit finicky. Apparently, they are a copy of a DCC Concepts chip, one of their earlier chips that wasn't very good. It's just a Chinese copy of it, apparently. Well, this is DCC ready. I haven't put a chip in it yet. And what you'll find with DCC locos, depending on the chip that's in them, they will run on DC. Which means you can't run a DC train on DCC. So a DCC loco, again, this is DCC ready. So basically this is a DC train. It's got the port to put the chip in, the socket for the chip. There's no chip in it, so it's not DCC, it's DCC ready, I believe. Yep. So, and as I say, a lot of the DCC models you can run on DC if the chip allows them to. Yeah, Jerry, I'm inclined to agree with you now. I've started using slightly better chips. Because I do find the decoders, some of those ones, they're not very forgiving. They will blow quite quickly. Yeah, Robert, I don't know how everyone else's weather's been, but the past couple of days here in Donegal, it has been really cold, really icy. The roads have been absolutely deadly. The kids just had the last 2 days off school because there was no buses running to the schools. It's quite bad. You know, usually we get a bit of snow and it melts and disappears, but it didn't disappear off the roads this time. We had tracks down the main roads where it was that cold and that frozen. Hi, Dino. How you doing? Hi, Kieran. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Lurking in the background. How's your young ladies, Alan? I'm sure everybody here knows Alan. If they don't, get over to his channel. You only have to watch any of his videos and they will cheer you up. Every time I watch his video, he sat there in his shed, whether the camera's level or not. Alan will know what I'm on about. And he'll start laughing and I'll be laughing and my kids will come in and they'll go, "What are you laughing at, Dad?" And I said, "Oh, it's Alan." And they're just like, I'm just sat there laughing and Alan's laughing. And your videos always cheer me up, Alan. Just put you on and your chuckle just is very infectious. Oh yes, of course, it's Lord Alan, isn't it now? My lord. Let me just move the camera up a bit so you see a bit more of the... There we go. You see my lovely model railway. Hi, Howard, how are you doing? I've been tempted by that big boy, Alan. I've seen it and I thought, oh, I'd just love to have one of those. Don't need it, as you said. What was it you said? You don't need it. It doesn't fit with you, but you just wanted it. And that was just like, yeah, just one of those things to have. Though I have very little money to spend at the moment. You would have seen, some of you would have seen the video of the attic that I'm converting for my layout. Just got the quote from the plumber to move the tank. It's going to be over €1,000 to move the tank. And to be honest, the majority of that is parts, pipe and fittings and a new tank. It's not labor. You couldn't believe how much stuff has gone up. Yeah, it is nice just sitting here watching the trains go around. And as I say before, it's nice to have this hour on a Thursday chatting to you guys, because I usually get left alone because, as I say, the kids don't come near me because they don't want to get caught on camera. I know some of them are watching because they watch to know when they can come into the kitchen. So I'll say hello to Adam because I know he's in the front room watching. And I know my other half, Rebecca, is in the front room watching as well. So hello, honey. Yeah, I wouldn't mind, Jerry, but they're not using much copper pipe anymore. It's all plastic pipe and compression fittings and stuff. It's not even brass fittings anymore. Hi, Flymo, how you doing? Yeah, I'm going to do that in a minute. What I'm doing is the sprinter unit. That's the one on the outside track. It's being run in, so I'll give it another few minutes and then I'll reverse the direction. I haven't seen anything from Bernie. Is Bernie going live tonight? I didn't see anything come up in my feed to say he was. So anybody got any questions? Pop them in the chat. If I missed the question, just repost it again. I've got a couple of mods there. They can let me know, point them out to me. Also, check out the description of the video because I've got my channel members. Their channels are there. Do check them out as well. But I think you find most of my channel members are in here this evening. So okay, Charlie, you go and enjoy your lunch. Yeah, I usually get a message from Bernie every Thursday asking me if I'm going live. I didn't get one today, so I don't know if he's on holiday. Right, let's send the sprinter around in the other direction now. So we'll slow that down, change the direction, and give it some juice. There we go. Now this model, this is actually from the Lima range, but of course Hornby took over Lima when they closed down. So this is a Lima molding for the Sprinter, even though it's produced by Hornby. It's probably what they would call from their railroad range because it's there's no lights on it or anything like that. I could fit lights. It's not too badly detailed. It's probably just, I don't know, they may call it their Railway Plus range. It's not quite as plasticky. There's no really extra fitted detail, but everything's picked out really well. It's got a decent paint job on it. It's a nice little unit. You know, you have it whizzing around your layout. Oh, Bernie's been off for a couple of days, is he? Okay. Alan, I think Alan Dragon Junction has got one of those current meters. I suppose if you've got a large layout and you're running a lot of locos, it shows you exactly what you're drawing and whether your power supply, whether you're going over it. I mean, I have a 4 amp power supply that I use, and now most modern locos, DCC, don't draw too much current. They might draw half an amp, quarter of an amp. Some of the older ones can draw an amp, 2 amps. Some of the really old Triang stuff. Most of them are quite good. Train does not run smooth. It might be the camera delay, but it looks all right to me. It might be the refresh rate in the camera. I'm looking at my screen here. It does look a little bit jerky, but it. No, I didn't see the vlog. I seen it come up in the feed this evening before I went live, but I didn't actually see it. Was it any good, Alan? Did you see it? Oh, more PR. Oh, how great Hornby is and what we're doing. That's the one where they were answering all the TT120 questions, wasn't it? Okay, Ewan, catch you again. Take care. Yeah, I was thinking I might start using OBS when I move up to the attic, because I'm going to get some webcams and wire them in different places, or at least run leads so I can plug them in. So I can have my get my desk back up again, and I'll have a lot more room up there now than I did in the shed. It just means more layout, I suppose. Oh, I still got it. Oh, I just got a message from Bernie. He's not doing a live stream tonight. It's too cold in the loft. He's still got lots of snow, so. He's obviously watching in the background. Hi, Bernie. Right, I'll tell you what, let's take Thomas out of the box, and we'll give Thomas a little run around. That's Jenny McCarran did the exact answer. So I think I was saying last week that I was in Swindon when the Hornby lost their license to Thomas. And they were selling off all the Thomas. This is one of the things I bought. So that's a nice little Thomas loco. It's funny how you see Thomas sometimes as an 040 and then as an 060. Yeah, Anthony does have a good show with all his cameras. You just don't know where to look. But it's great how you can track the train around the whole layout by hopping from camera to camera. All right, let's see if Thomas goes. Yeah. No, Thomas doesn't want to. Oh, I don't think he likes the. Got a bit of wheel slip pulling those carriages. I don't think he likes the first radius curves too much. Okay, Howard, you go and watch Spurs. Enjoy. Yeah, Thomas isn't happy. Yeah, now the attic is not very warm at the moment because there's obviously no insulation in it. But I tell you what, I am sweating up there, moving boards and cutting stuff up, and Thomas doesn't like the first radius curve. You see his wheels are riding up, and of course then he's losing contact with the rail. This is happening especially this one here. It's like a track pin in there, but I don't think my missus will be happy with me putting a track pin into the kitchen table. I probably could double head it, but the problem is it doesn't like the first radius curve, and the wheels are hopping off, and then of course it's losing electrical contact through the wheels. So we'll put the little 040 back on again. No, we'll actually take that down a little bit. Hi Leslie, how you doing? I was just saying earlier on, as I was watching I think it was your last video, and there was a Sprinter unit on, which reminded me I had one in a box. So I got it out to break it in tonight. That's a good point. And yeah, just try running it the other way. Let's do that. So these little these Gauge Master controllers are great. They're pretty bulletproof. That's better. We got Thomas going after all. Pulling on a couple of Mark IIIs. Let's say we got Midland Mainline and 2 Virgin Mark IIIs. Picked them up at Worley. second hand. I just got them cheap just to repaint. They're Lima carriages. Come on metal wheels though, so and they seem to have a good rolling resist or lack of rolling resistance on them. So we even got some little vacuum hoses to detail, Thomas. The instructions say this is DTC ready. I don't know if it is. If it is, that'd be handy. Just put a little chip in it. Because I think my other Thomas is one of the 040 Thomases. Yeah, yes, it is chilly in Donegal. We've had snow and ice here the past 3 days. There's been no school for the last 2 days. They were back at school today, but Tuesday, Wednesday, there was no school. No buses were running. Roads have been deadly around here. Normally you get a bit of snow, it thaws during the day, it's gone, and the roads are just wet in the evening, you get a little bit of ice, but the snow kept coming down and it was hitting frozen ground and it was freezing and it was just like out the back of my house now. I can't step outside, it's just pure ice. Hi, Bernie. Eight days to get there. Oh. Yeah, I've been staying away from looking at sales when they come up or somebody recommends something because all my money is going on the attic conversion at the moment. I think it's going to be the guts of $5,000 by the time I'm finished. Yeah, I did get my prizes from Barnabas. Done a little video on it there, went out last Friday. Yeah, it's great. Those little scenic bits, the bushes and grass tufts and flowers and stuff, they were great. And there's a load of them as well. And the 3D printed stuff from Jumble Lane. You really should check Jumble Lane out. He does some great stuff. What I liked really was which I thought was unusual, was the solar panels. I thought that would be something unusual now to put on a model. Oh, you didn't get anything? Hi, Tom Couples, how you doing? Jerry, you must know someone on the other side of the border to get it posted to. Because you're like myself, you wouldn't be too far from the border, would you? Yeah, I'm literally where I am now. I'm about 20-minute drive, and I would be at the border. As I say, I know a few people who live in the north, which is where my post gets sent to. I actually went across, as I had to post some stuff to the UK, and I went to Balik, which is where the nearest post office is, and paid for first class. It was a couple of small parcels, and I thought, well, there's no way they're going to be there the next day, because even when you do first class in Northern Ireland to go to what we call the mainland, it takes an extra day usually. But no, the stuff arrived there the following day. I was really surprised. So they must have cleared their backlog by now. Well, Thomas seems quite happy going around there. So I'll have to take him apart later and see if he's got a socket for a chip. And I can say that Thomas I have, I think, is an 040 Thomas, and I had to hardwire the chip in. Yeah, so normally it's 2 days when you post from Northern Ireland to the mainland, but I was surprised. I was in the post office, posted it in the morning, about 9:30, and it arrived in Bristol the next day. Yeah, Alan, you should do a live stream. I say it's good fun having everybody in here and having a chat and being part of the community. And anybody got any questions, they stick them up, and if I can't answer them, somebody will. I mean, I'm looking forward to actually building my layout so you guys can see what I'm doing and actually do some modeling on the live stream. 20 minutes would be good, Alan. So I'll come off now, and now I can go straight on. We'll all head to Alan's. So who on here has got any of the Acura scale sleeper carriages or the Class 92? They do look the business. Hi, Valley's 56. Yeah, this is. I was here today. I heard a knock on the door, went out, and it was the barmaid from the pub down the road. And she goes, "Oh, your brother left his wallet behind in the pub." I said, "Oh, all right, okay. That's just typical small Ireland." So after this live stream, I think I'm going to have to head down there just to pick up his wallet. I think we're all waiting on the Acura Scale Class 37 to see what they're going to be like. Oh, you got the 92. Is it as good as everybody says it is? Did you get the DCC fitted sound? I'm at Carvel Studios. How are you? Of course it would be. You know, it'd be rude just to go in there and just pick it up. I'll see if he left any money in it so I can buy a pint. I'm going to slow them down a little bit. Handling charge, yeah. So it is good then, Mick. Hi, White Walls. Yeah, this is the tabletop layout until I get my loft conversion done. It's hopped off the rail again. You might have to use both hands and wear a truss. Yeah, I'll be doing a video on the loft conversion of what I've done. And now I have had people look at it to make sure what I'm doing is correct and it will be stable, because obviously when you're in the loft, it's your roof of your house, which is a major part. You don't want that blowing off. But what I'm doing is I'm adding even more wood to it and strengthening it, so it should be fine. Yeah, I doubt if his wallet's heavy, to be honest, Andy. Mickey, you're gonna be helping her move. It would be like, oh, I'm gonna miss you, honey. Yeah, yeah, off you go. Don't come back. Yeah, as I said, I'm doing a proper job on the loft. It's going to be insulated and floored and lights and everything. I'm putting LED strip lights down the middle of it to light it up. I've got a couple of buckets of white paint. I'm just going to throw into one. You know, I think every house has probably got a big 10-liter bucket of white paint in it. I'm going to just mix them all together and paint the walls. Track pins. Tell us woodworm. Okay, yeah. You realize that she's actually in the other room watching this, so. Yeah, it's quite a common problem now. I mean, even just working in the loft today, you can see where the condensation freezes on the inside and then it thaws and drips. That's why it's very important when you have a loft and you put insulation in that you leave an airflow and you have vents in the eaves to allow the air to circulate, which is what I'll be doing because I'm instead of cutting the insulation and putting it between each rafter, I'm just going to lay the whole sheet across the rafters, and that'll still leave the 4-inch gap behind to let the air flow through the roof and remove as much condensation. And I'll see how it goes, and if it does prove to be a problem, then I'll put an extractor fan in the roof space to remove any sort of moist air. But the box, basically, I'm going to be in the attic, should be all sealed. Dave, how you doing? Just seen you pop in there. Hope you're keeping well. I got your DVD the other week. I haven't watched it yet. Hi, Grant. Did you order some of the pylons? Did you? Did you get them? Yeah, I only missed that. A couple of weeks ago, I came across Owen on Facebook. He was doing some 3D modeling of the pylons, and I got them and built them on a live stream. Really, really good. I've got slates, felt. Right, so I'm going to put I've got the 50mm insulation boards with plasterboard on it. They're going to be all screwed. I'm not going to plaster the plasterboard. I'm just going to tape seal the joints and paint it white. Yeah, I'm sure like half my life is still in boxes, and I'm sure I have blue tack somewhere. Where it is, I have no idea. Hi, John. How you doing? Yeah, they are really good. In fact, the one I built, I put for safekeeping up on the. Let me just move the camera so I can get by. Up on top of the units in the kitchen, so it wouldn't get broken. So I'll get it down so everybody can see. I'll move that back. Oh, no, I'll move it forward so you can see it. Can you see that all right? Yeah, so that's the pylon kit. It was 2 pylons. I think it was 12 euros you charged me for them? It's double O gauge. I haven't got a tape measure handy, or I could measure it. I can't remember what the measurements were. But yeah, it took me the live stream to put it together, which is what just about an hour. Probably would be quicker if I wasn't on a live stream talking to people and what have you, but probably do both of them in an hour. But if you look back on a couple of live streams, you'll see it. I actually think I even changed one of the live streams into a video as well, so it might be on there twice. But the link to his Facebook page is on there. Yeah, I thought it was a really nice kit. It's when you first get it, you think, wow, that's a bit thin and flimsy, but when you actually put it together, it's quite sturdy. Although they're not on here, it does come with four little pads as well, the concrete pads. And apart from having to paint the insulators, I don't think you need to do any painting because any of the pylons around here are this color. So you could paint the insulators either that sort of greeny color or brown color they tend to be. Yeah, full-blown AC. Oh, what is it? 25,000 volts, something like that. Couple of frazzled cable thieves, yeah. Yeah, so when I build my layout, I'm going to have one of the loops that I can just switch over to DC so I can run some of my older locos that can't be chipped. So they can have a run around. So I'll be able to isolate one loop and just have it DC. Okay, bye, hi. See you next time. I'm thinking I'll do some 009 as well. So I might have some shuttles on that. Because, I might have... really, the only sort of thing I've got planned at the moment is the base level with the fiddle yard and that, and where I want things to go. And until I have the space, and I'm going to look at it and say, right, okay, I can put a station there. I can have a long scenic stretch there. I have a rough idea in my head, but until I see the space and go, right, okay, I think that'll look nice there. Because I should have two nice long runs off about 30 feet, 29, 30 feet. So I'm toying with the idea of having maybe a raised level embankment going onto a viaduct, just two main lines, and have the other two main lines sort of hidden in a tunnel behind. Hi, London, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, just talking about that. That's sort of the idea. Like, I want to have a TMD and I want to have a steam shed. I'll have the space to have quite a big station, so I'll be able to get, a train in there with a full rake. And then I just want some scenic sections, so something where you can have a nice long run, elevated, two tracks running. I'm going to have, like on my old layout where I just had the two lines going down, I'm going to have 2 down and 2 up this time, because I have the space to do it. And again, I'll probably incorporate the lower level into the higher level as well to, to give some sort of scenic depth. Yeah, just I like the idea of having a viaduct. Having sort of a hillside. Like, I'm thinking of what we have locally here, Barnesmore Gap, where the Donegal Railway ran. It's cut into the side of the hill, and then having going from that to across a valley with a viaduct, and then maybe just a flatter area with just a raised embankment. Something that you can have it going along. You can get a full-size train along there, going at scale speed, of course. Oh, why did that stop? I suppose that's about it for a Hornby thing. It runs for half an hour, and then so I suppose it has been running for almost an hour now. Let it run the other way for a little while. Yeah, it probably does need a bit of a clean now. It's been running around for an hour. Yeah, it does sound very impressive, but it's not going to be built overnight. It's going to take me, it's going to take me years. It's a hobby. It's something to do and enjoy, and go up there for an hour an evening just to relax and chill out, watch some YouTube, do some modeling. Whenever I decide on the track plan, I put the track down at, I'll run the track for, 4 to 6 months first before I start doing any scenery, just to make sure I'm A, happy with it, and 2, that it all works. And I remember on the last layout, I had that problem with that one point, and I could never figure out whether it was the point or the point motor that was causing the issue. And my plan was to keep it to one side when I ripped it up so I could test it. Now it all got thrown into a box now, so I have no idea which one it is. So that's going to pop up somewhere on the layout now. But for me, the enjoyment of a layout is the building of it. The time it takes, doing everything from the wiring to the scenic, to the design of it, and even building the baseboards. Once it's I think you probably start at one end of the layout, and by the time you get back around to where you started, you look at it and go, well, my skills have improved as I worked around, so I think I can rip that first bit out and redo it. So you're never going to be finished. So let's have a look at the Sprinter unit and just see how dirty are the wheels. Is that dirt or traction tires? No, it's traction tire. But there is a fair amount of dirt on the wheels without traction tires now. So that's going to need a good clean. I also have to check now to see. I think they only have the pickups on one bogie, which means it's only, as if you look at it, the way they've got it is they have a traction tire here and then one here. So really, it's only going to be picking up power from here and here, which is it's not going to be very reliable because there's no wires on the other bogie, so that's primarily just the one pickup. So you're going to have all sorts of issues with that. All right, let's see if that will go again. True, model railways never finished. Completely dead now. It must be telling me that it's time to go. Right, guys, I think that's, we'll call it a night there. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out, guys. I've got no video coming out tomorrow. Nothing to video. But you never know, from next Thursday, might be able to do something from the loft, have this down on the floor up in the loft if I get it some of it done over the weekend. So you can see what's happening up there. So take care, everyone, and I will catch you all next Thursday. And I'll probably see some of you around in some of the other live streams. So I'll chat to you all soon. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next Thursday. All being well. So good night, everyone.